Thanks for joining us. Rapper A$AP Rocky, Monica Cementilli, and the Alexander brothers, three of the most talked about legal cases making their way through the courts right now. And here to break down the latest with me are civil rights attorney Areva Martin and former prosecutor and host of True Crime News, the Sidebar podcast, Josh Ritter. Welcome, you two.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Anna.
He's the Grammy-nominated hip-hop star and Rihanna's partner, accused of taking a rap beef with a former friend to the next level by opening fire on an LA street. Let's get right to A$AP Rocky. Rihanna has made an appearance in the courtroom. How significant do you think? She's been looming large in this case, Areva.
LA juries, we love our celebrities. So a citing of Rihanna could be really significant in terms of the outcome of this case. Now, she's not on trial. She's not a witness. She's just there to support her common law husband, her boyfriend, A$AP Rocky. But people seeing her, that sends a pretty powerful message. I mean, she's loved.
I think the defense is being clever. They know the attention this case is getting. They know a celebrity is in the room. There's a celebrity on trial, and now there's a celebrity sitting in the gallery. So I think you would be hard-pressed to say it's not having any effect on the jurors.
What do you think of that video of A$AP Rocky pushing his way through the cameras to get into the courtroom?
What's up, fellas?
Probably not the best way to enter the courtroom, but he is on trial, and there is this just, mob of paparazzi that's at the courtroom's door every day. What's more important about this case is the lack of evidence that the prosecution has. This is a really bizarre case. You have A$AP Rocky saying, I had some kind of play gun that had play ammunition. There's no shell casings, there's no blood, there's nothing to even indicate that a real gun was ever fired other than the testimony of the alleged victim. And that victim has some holes in his story that we know the defense will exploit.
So he kind of like pointed down, he shot, the first shot.
Do you think it's a little odd that it's the victim who says he picked up the shell casings himself and took them to police?
I think it's more than a little odd. It's incredibly problematic for the prosecution. I mean, their entire case rests on the testimony of one individual. Not just his testimony and believability with the jurors, but the fact that he's the one now recovering evidence. That's a big problem.
Three wealthy real estate brothers face serious allegations of sexual assault and trafficking. Prosecutors say they preyed on women dating back decades. The Alexander brothers, we have two cases going, one in Florida, and then we have the federal case in New York. So what are the allegations as far as the trafficking part of this?
Charges are that they lured women to these fancy getaways, these parties, some out of the country, and that at these parties they would drug these women and then they sexually assaulted them and allowed other people, encouraged other men to sexually assault these women. And there are allegations that these brothers, the three of them, were literally bragging about assaulting women in high school, making cryptic notes in their high school yearbooks about how they abused women. So the bigger question for me is how come it took so long?
To Areva's point, why did it take so long? Because these women were afraid. Because these men had such tremendous power. Because they had such tremendous wealth. And because they had access. They presented to these women a life that they never could have even dreamed of. The celebrities and the sports figures and the wealthy, wealthy people and these parties and trips and everything else.
Josh, which is the stronger case here?
I think the federal case is by far stronger, and it looks like it's going to take the lead. After putting up hundreds of millions of dollars in an attempt to get bail, they've been denied bond, shipped back up to New York, where this case has been filed in the Southern District in New York. And they've spoken to, it sounds like, over 40 different women who do not know each other, have no reason to collude with each other, yet all corroborate each other in very similar and very disturbing stories about what they had suffered at the hands of these men.
They're being housed in a facility where some other high-profile suspects are being held.
The New York U.S. Attorney's Office has been very busy. There's no irony lost here that they're being housed in the same facility as Sean Diddy Combs. These cases are remarkably similar about men who have had wealth and privilege and power for so long and got away with it for so long, and now the walls have closed in, and now they're really seeing that their number is up.
A Los Angeles celebrity hairstylist killed in cold blood at home. Now his wife is on trial for orchestrating the murder. In the murder of Fabio Cementelli, we have already 2 people who have pled, are convicted, and now we're dealing with the wife. So she claims she's innocent. What chances does she have of getting off here?
I don't think she has much of a chance at all. This is your classic murder love triangle. Monica's having an affair with Mr. Baker. She decides that the husband is in the way and they need the insurance proceeds from his death to continue on with their relationship. So she and Mr. Baker and a third individual plot this murder. But when you have 2 individuals, defendants who've already pled, and we know one at least is going to testify in favor of the prosecution against Monica, I think she's facing a very uphill battle.
Josh, Areva, thank you so much. We will be following all of these cases very closely, and we'll bring you updates here and on truecrimenews.com.